This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids.
What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Vegas, and haven't done one of these type of videos in a while. You guys know me. I'm very outspoken. I try not to do it on this channel sometimes because I kind of want to keep the serious stuff to a more type of uplifting tone. You know, I'll talk about some of my personal issues, but I always try to put in a word of positivity. You know what I mean? I want my direction for this channel is to try to be as positive of an influence as I can be. So talking about things like this can kind of bring people down, but you know what? It's necessary, and it shouldn't bring you down. It should actually lift you up, hopefully, and encourage you to take action in the proper manner and do what's right. You know, support the fight for stuff like this. What am I talking about? So, of course, many of you see me on cam. You know, I'm African American. And, you know, even though I don't talk about it a lot of what's been going on in the news as far as the Black Lives Matter movement, the different shootings, Jesse Williams, things like that, it affects me. And I do voice my opinion on other podcasts and things like that, but it definitely does affect me, and I am very vocal about it. I just don't record videos about it, but I felt like today I need to do that because the latest incident with Alton Sterling, if you don't know, there was a guy who was around my age, a father, in a parking lot, getting his hustle on. He's selling CDs, you know, not a legal venture, of course, but we've all seen hustlemen before, you know. That's besides the point. He's just standing in the parking lot, and he gets rolled up on by two cops who basically yell at him, tell him to get down on the ground. You know, get down on the ground. One cop tackles him, pins him against the car hood. The other grabs him, and then they realize he has a gun. Now, there are some laws in his state of Louisiana in which you can carry a weapon openly. I think he had it in his pocket. I forget where. So I guess they're going to try to use the legal loophole of he was illegally carrying a concealed weapon. But you can openly carry a gun without license in the state, which I find fucking weird. Gun laws in this country are fucked. Anyway, so one cop yells, he's got a gun, and in the midst of them pinning him down, two fucking police officers, two armed police officers, pinning down a 37-year-old black man, they react by pulling their weapons, and they're not sure who exactly shot the fatal bullet or how many bullets came from whose gun. All I know is this man got shot 7 times. And it was a fact that they weren't trying to admit, but he got shot 7 times in the chest and the back. So they clearly were just peppering this guy with bullets. This guy that they had pinned to a fucking car. He was pinned. What was he going to do? You had him subdued. Grab his fucking hands, cuff him, and then go about harassing him for whatever reason you felt like, okay, if you think that him selling the CDs was warranted enough for you to throw him up against a car and pin him down and arrest him, fine. But 7 bullets? I don't care if he did have a gun on his person. Take that shit away from him and do your goddamn job properly. The fuck you need to shoot him like that for? No excuse. None. So that's yet another incident where an African American gets murdered by the police. Now, is anything going to happen? We don't know. We've seen in recent past that a lot of cops have gotten off with doing that stuff. Ferguson comes to mind. You know, and then you think back to the little kid who had the BB gun get shot by a cop in the dark. The lady who was pulled over, arrested, taken to a cell, was found hung in her cell. Like, all this shit. It is just like, yo, it's sad that we gotta keep hearing this shit. So now more protests, more complaints, hopefully praying that the fucking prosecution do the right thing and fucking convict these guys. They did not, I mean, one, they're poor excuses for cops. The amount of force that they used was way too excessive, and they fucking need to be punished to the full extent of the law for that. No, because we gotta stop letting these cops go. Just cops in general. I'm not even going from a black or white debate. Police enforcement in this country sucks. They do the damnedest things and they get away with it. And no, they should not get away with it. And in this particular case, of course, it's the worst because you have 2 white cops murdering a black man with no reason to go to the lengths that they did. So the racial tension is going to be high. Protests are already going crazy in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's a fucking nightmare mess. We have 2 videos out showing the murder. If they get off, God help Baton Rouge. I'm praying for everybody from that part of the country. Because if those guys get off, fuck, we might... It's going to be a fucking mess. But it's sad that we're still in this type of situation in this country. It should not happen. It should not happen anymore. We should be at a point now in our history where things go a different way. This is shit that, my mom's generation and people before her fought for the right to be treated fair and equal and to not have to deal with this shit, And it's like, what did all that fight go? It went for naught because it's still happening. It's still fucking happening, and it's ridiculous that it's still fucking happening. Black Lives Matter exists because the things that should have been minimalized at the least, eliminated at the best, still going on. Still fucking going on. And to go off on the other tangent as to why I'm doing this is because I want you guys to listen to what I'm saying, because there's a lot of people out there who want to throw out as a rebuttal, hey, all lives matter, not just black lives. That's the stupidest rebuttal that you could ever fucking do. Why? Is it to say that no, we don't think all lives matter? No, that's not what we mean. So stop fucking being like purposely ignorant just so you can ignore exactly what's going on. That's exactly what you're doing. When you're that person who responds all lives matter, what you're doing is you're ignoring what exactly is going on in the world. The reason why things like Black Lives Matter is because if your fucking all lives mattered, there would be no Black Lives Matter. There would be no need to do rallies, to protest, to have hashtag stop killing us, to, have to have rallies and, do protests, to have to do tweets to government officials and petitions, and to lobby for, our police departments and our state, local and federal governments to take action in matters. If all lives mattered, these incidents wouldn't happen. Police would actually act right in a proper manner and do what they're supposed to do. They wouldn't take these steps to like go where they go and end up taking lives if all lives mattered. That's the thing. The reason why Black Lives Matter exists is because clearly the all lives shit is bullshit. And you know what? Everybody who says that shit knows that shit is fucking fake. And I hate your smug, like, wanna play ignorant fucking asses. You're assholes for that. You're dicks. You're being fucking contrarian just to be contrarian. Why? Because you do not want to deal with the truth. You do not want to fucking, like, acknowledge what's going on in the world. You want to sit in your, like, fucking, like, ignorant position of ignorance and act like you are profound and you know what's going on because it sounds smart to say fucking all lives matter. No, that's bullshit. That's you hiding behind a veil that you want to stay behind. You don't want to pull the fucking curtain back and acknowledge reality in life. So shut the fuck up and stop with that shit because it means nothing. What you're doing is that you're dismissing people's lives. You're dismissing the wrong and injustice that goes in the world. And you're probably in support of ignorance, like what these cops do. Like when Trump says dumb shit about we need to fucking, like, eject Muslims out of the country, or that regular people should carry guns. Mind you, right now, the argument is, well, he shouldn't have been carrying a gun. You know what? These cops shouldn't have been carrying fucking guns. Because if they can't properly execute their job without reacting in a way where somebody loses their life, when the situation was already under control for them, then they need to get the fuck off the force. They need to have their guns taken from them. They probably need to be in jail and get psychoanalyzed. They shouldn't have got their jobs in the first place. You know, it's fucking dumb. And it's sickening. It's tiresome. And I don't understand how the fuck you can be a supporter of that all lives matter bullshit. Because every time you do that, you are dismissing reality. I'm sorry. I am sorry, but you're being naive. You're being extremely naive, and you're hiding from truth. You have to acknowledge the truth. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, and it's just like, I sit and I watch, you know, some good people that I know on YouTube, off YouTube, people who are doing the right things. They're not taking criminal paths to draw the attention of the law. They're at school. They're making, like, you know, legitimate living. You know, because the majority of people, that's what they do in this country, including black people, believe it or not. But it's sad that I know that any one of these young individuals or people around my age that are living positive lives could at any moment be fucking murdered because why? I don't know. I don't fucking know, and it fucking hurts my heart, and it just, it's sickening, and it's sad, and again, people want to hide behind the ignorance and not acknowledge it and just treat it like it's just not. I'm tired. I hate it. I really hate it. I've said this before, and every time I've said it, I've meant it. I honestly wish I didn't exist on this planet, because who would want to live in, what rational, sane person wants to be on this planet the way things are? It's totally fucked, especially from the perspective of being an African American male who sees other African American males. You know, the guy in New York, he gets choked out. kid in Ferguson, Trayvon Martin, all these incidents, the kid in Baltimore, all these fucking incidents. Why would I want to be on this planet knowing that at any moment I could be one of those people? Just because some ignorant motherfucker might want to go there one day. That's a scary fucking thought, people. And that's not the type of world we should live in. And that's not the type of world we should want to live in. And that's why we need to make these fights that we make. We need to protest. We need to get involved and do what we do. And ignore the bullshit that these motherfuckers who want to ignore the reality of life, and just keep going, because no, all lives don't matter, people. Gay lives don't matter. African American lives don't matter. Muslim lives don't matter. That all lives don't matter shit is bullshit. So stop saying that dumb shit, please. Fucking please. Anyway, as always, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Makers, and I'm out, y'all. Deuces.